What's up guys, 1.5 is finally dropping tomorrow. I just want to do a quick rundown on what we should be expecting and who should be doing what as soon as the update is live. But before that, please consider subscribing to the channel for more Honkai content and drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Now that's out the way, the first banner dropping tomorrow for 1.5 will be Huohuo. And have I been waiting for this character to drop. They finally released her full kit on the Huohuo lab so we can see exactly what her traces are. Of course there's a few things that are still missing, such as like the numbers and how many turns her skills are going to be for, so we'll be able to see that in game tomorrow. Starting off with the traces, her first one, Fearful to Act. When battle starts, Huohuo gains Divine Provision lasting for a certain number of turns. Okay, so this is actually her talent, which heals every time it's a character's turn or whenever they use an ultimate. So as I said, not everything's confirmed as there's a certain number of turns that we don't know, but it's pretty nice knowing that she'll be able to gain her talent on herself as soon as the battle starts. So that's a really good trace to start off with. The second trace now, being the Cursed one, increases the chance to resist crowd control debuffs, and this trace is definitely a great trace to have as a support character in general, as of course you'll be able to reduce the chances of your entire team being debuffed. So solid 2 traces so far. Now the third trace now, Stress Reaction to Horror. When her talent is triggered to heal allies, Huohuo regenerates energy. Now I think this is actually going to be a really good trace to have for Huohuo, considering her talent actually procs every time it's an ally's turn. So whenever it's a turn, whenever they use an ult, they're going to be healed, and with that Huohuo actually regenerates energy. So that's actually a really great trace. Now if Huohuo's ult is a low energy cost, in sync with this last trace that will regenerate energy after every time her talent procs, you can expect to see her ult being popped all the time, and may I remind you, that's going to be extra attack and extra energy given to your entire team. So I see her as a very good aggressive support that will be able to give your team a lot of energy and allow them to just keep popping ults over and over again. So looking back at Huohuo's talent now, when Divine Provision is triggered to heal an ally, it will actually dispel a debuff from the target as well. But this has a max triggerable limit, and I could only assume it will be 1 to 2 turns, but of course we'll be able to see that in game tomorrow. So that's actually really good, all of that being in just her talent. Her skill dispels 1 debuff from a single ally and immediately restores the HP, with also healing adjacent allies for a certain percentage of their HP. So Huohuo's skill will actually allow you to dispel a debuff from the ally you're healing, and it's a splash heal, very similar to Bailu but much better, because with Bailu you won't know who's going to get healed, whereas with Huohuo you know the adjacent allies to the ally you heal will be healed guaranteed. Huohuo completely destroys Bailu in terms of support as of now, and in my opinion is in very close contention with Luocha. The ultimate now, which I completely adore, regenerates a certain amount of energy for the allies and increases the attack for a number of turns. Now for someone like me, I will be pulling for Huohuo tomorrow, and I will be putting her on my Kafka team. For someone like Kafka, energy and attack is vital for her, so the synergy between Huohuo and Kafka is going to be amazing, and I just can't wait to use them on the same team. We'll actually be talking a bit more about Kafka in just a minute. I just want to go through a quick rundown with Huohuo's Lcone and how valuable it is. So her Lcone increases the energy regeneration rate by 12%. When an ally uses the ultimate, the wearer restores HP for the ally currently with the lowest HP percentage by an amount equal to 10% of the healed ally's max HP. So additional healing with that. And when the wearer provides healing for an ally, increases the healed ally's attack by 2.4%. This effect can be stacked up to 5 times and lasts 2 turns. So that's going to be 12% overall. Okay, now generally speaking, Lcones are always going to be really good for whoever they're made for. This Lcone in particular for Huohuo just seems to be a really good Lcone. There's no beating around the bush with this one. It provides more energy regeneration rate, it just provides more healing to allies and increases attack. So it does a lot for the team. However, of course you shouldn't feel like you're forced to go and summon for these Lcones, as there'll always be very good viable options in the 4-star Lcones and the 5-star Lcones. So there are options, so you don't have to feel forced into summoning for this one, even though it's a really good Lcone. For at least tomorrow, I wouldn't recommend summoning for it. I would say just to wait for other people's opinions and reviews on the Lcone and how much of an impact it makes on the character. Unless you're a whale, of course, then you can do whatever you want. Moving on to something I've been waiting ages for are going to be these 2 new relic sets. I know a lot of people have been anticipating them. I've been waiting God knows how long. I'm a Kafka main, of course, and when I heard about a dot set coming out, I just couldn't believe my ears. So starting with the follow-up attack damage one, it increases the the follow-up attack damage by 20% as a 2-piece, and as a 4-piece, it will increase the wearer's attack by 6% for every time the follow-up attack deals damage, and this effect can stack up for a maximum of 8 times and last 3 turns. So that's a 48% increase in attack for 3 turns. Now, I won't be telling you the exact numbers. There are of course other content creators like Gacha Smack, for example, that will tell you how much of a damage increase this will have for your characters. But from me seeing this, I can say that this is the buff follow-up attack characters needed. And I'm hoping going forward now, follow-up attack characters are going to be amazing to use with this set. Unfortunately, Topaz will be gone as soon as this set drops, so it's going to be tough for the people who would like to see if this is going to be good on Topaz, so we'll just have to wait for her rerun. Moving on to the set I have been anticipating is the dot set. It increases attack by 12% as a 2-piece, and as a 4-piece, for every dot the target enemy is inflicted with, the wearer will ignore 6% of the target's defense when dealing damage to them. And this effect is valid for a max of 3 dots, so that's 18% defense shred right there for dot characters. I'm just going to go ahead and say I will be forever stuck in this cavern because both of these relic sets are crazy valuable. I mean, an 18% defense shred for dot characters and a 48% damage increase for follow-up attack characters. Kafka, as I said earlier in the video, mainly wants attack and energy, and with this set it increases attack by 12% as a 2-piece as well. So this set seems like it's made for Kafka. And for characters such as Clara, Blade, Jingyuan, of course, Topaz, they will be benefiting from this new follow-up attack damage set majorly as well. So whoever has these characters, you should be farming this domain non-stop. And to finish it off, we're going to be getting Simulated Universe 8, and with that we're going to be getting 2 new relic sets as well. The first one being amazing for support characters in general, as it will increase the wearer's energy regeneration rate by 5% and increases damage for all other allies with the same damage type as the wearer by 10%. So this set will be really good for the mono teams, and just a specific one would be Tingyun, as you could use her with Kafka. So Kafka will be getting a 10% increase in damage, and Tingyun will be getting her ult a lot quicker and enabling Kafka to pop her ult a lot more as well. So overall, this set looks like a really good one for supports. And the final relic set increases the wearer's attack by 12%, and when the wearer's speed is equal or higher than 135/160, the wearer deals 12%/18% more damage. So Kafka mains can rejoice, because this relic set is going to be really good for Kafka as well, because it'll increase the attack by 12%, and of course you'll want high speed with Kafka, so you'll gain an additional 12 to 18% damage. So Kafka mains are eating good. So yeah, that's everything we should be expecting tomorrow. If you're going to be summoning for Huohuo, of course good luck to you and your summons. Hope you do pull her early. And if you want my recommendation on whether you should be summoning for her or not, it really depends on your account. If you don't have Luocha or Fushuan, then I highly recommend summoning for her, as you will probably be needing her to deal with the harder content in this game. If you already have those 2 units, I would say just wait a bit, give it a couple of days, and you can see if she's really valuable and if she actually does power creep Luocha or not. And even if she does, it's completely fine. Luocha is gonna still be broken, so it doesn't take away from how good Luocha is as well. But of course, if you need a secondary healer, Huohuo is going to be an amazing pick. And if you're running the dot team or follow-up attack characters, the first thing you should be doing tomorrow is just run into that cavern and start that endless farm. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please consider subscribing to the channel for more Honkai Star Rail content in the future. Please drop a like if you did enjoy the video, and drop a comment on what you're looking forward to the most in 1.5 and Honkai Star Rail in general. And yeah, I'll hope to catch you guys later.